Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Static here, back with another episode of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Let's get right back into it. It is currently 1:04 in the morning, my time. I had nothing better to do, so I thought, you know what? Let's sit down and let's record another episode. Nice, relaxing episode of good progress. It's been a couple of days since I've played. Not as long of a gap as it was last episode, but I didn't play yesterday. So I need to remember what the plan was. We have our armor, obviously. Was the goal to see about upgrading a weapon? Was that what we were doing? We can get Shiny Beetle to level this up. That's a lot of sharpness. But I don't want to sit here and gather a Shiny Beetle endlessly hoping to get it. And we can upgrade this one with Sharp Fangs, which we could probably do pretty simply. All it would take would be 15 Conchu, and we're bound to get one Sharp Fang out of that, I'm sure. Right? But I know, I don't know. I don't know if I want to waste my time doing that or not. You know what? Okay. Let's just do this one. Let's make progress here. We'll fight a Yin Cuckoo. Because I know Yin Cuckoo eat Conchus. So, maybe Conchus will spawn in this map then. And we can try to get a Sharp Fang off of them and upgrade between missions. Get two birds with one stone in that case. Let's stock back up on the shock trap we're missing because I'd like to have them just in case. Stock back up on the cool drink we're missing because I don't want to have a blank spot. We're fighting Yin Cuckoo, so we don't need to worry about antidotes yet. Let's get into it. I think we have everything we need. I don't think we're missing anything. Let's go. I'm excited for another calm, relaxing episode of the series. We've made pretty good progress so far, I'd say. I'm pretty proud of how this series has gone up till now. I'm liking it. I hope you guys are. Forgot who we were fighting for a moment, for a split second. Fighting Yin Cuckoo. I've got no idea where he spawns on this map. I haven't fought him in the Jurassic Frontier in a long time. I'm used to fighting him in the Ruined Pinnacle, which is a map we haven't even unlocked yet in this series. But on the Jurassic Frontier, I can't even remember the last time I fought him here. So I have no clue where he spawns at all. We're gonna get this honey. Then we'll check 6, then we'll check 5, 8, then probably 7, if he's not in any of those. I don't think he would be in 3 from a gameplay standpoint and from a lore-wise standpoint. Because they had Tetsukabra spawn in 3, I don't know why they'd also have Yin Cuckoo spawn there. And then just his, like, biology, it doesn't make sense for him to be in 3 as his spawning point, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense for him to spawn in 10, 11, or 9 for the same reasons. I don't know why he'd be down there. 5, okay. Hey, big guy. Yin Cuckoo. This guy can be kind of annoying sometimes. He's more annoying in G rank than he is in low rank and high rank, though. It depends on whether or not he wants to do the same move 30 times in a row or not. We'll see if that's what he wants to do this time around. He likes to do the tail spam, where he swings his tail around. In G rank specifically, he likes to do that a lot. This is another monster with a very simple moveset, not really many flashy moves, and as a result, ironically, that makes it harder to fight him. because I can't parry him as consistently when his moveset is so simple. It's a lot easier to just get out of the way than it is to parry it. So then developing the habit of parrying becomes a lot harder. Because my instinct is just to dodge to the right and immediately get out of the way of danger. Which, that isn't very hard. But that brings my damage output down since the whole point of my weapon is to counterattack. When I'm not parrying, I'm dealing less damage. Oh, there it is. There's the tail swing. Let's see if he does that another 65 times during the fight. I don't like that his legs deflect me. That's a problem. Not really anything we can do about it right now, though. We need green sharpness to solve that issue, and we don't have access to that quite yet. If yellow deflects me off of his legs, orange is going to get me nowhere, so I'm going to have to sharpen pretty immediately. Nope, he's leaving. I don't see any Conchus. Yinkukus eat Conchus, so surely Conchus have to spawn in this mission somewhere, right? They have to. Unless he eats something else as well, and that's what the Jurassic Frontier Yinkuku eats. I don't know, though. Oh man, that leg deflect is really annoying. That hasn't put us in mortal danger quite yet, but it has interrupted our combos. And maybe one of these days that will get us screwed. We'll see. This guy's a little bit more exciting than the tutorial monsters like Great Macau and everything. This guy has a fireball with him, so he's got an element to harness. Have we fought anybody with an element yet? Or is this guy the first one? I don't even remember who all we fought. We fought Suffadrome. He had a water ball, didn't he? I think he had a water ball. And Gendrome had paralysis, which isn't an element, but it's still an ability. It's an ailment. This guy's really fast. Okay, that sucks. I was about to go in there for big damage, and as soon as I did, he tail swung. I know that speed boost was because he was enraged at the time, but still, that was a pretty massive speed boost. That was really surprising. Get away from me, man. I'm trying to... I can't fight you with anything less than yellow. Yellow's the bare minimum. Oh, that sucks. Missed the target and hit the worst possible spot on his body I could have hit. Broke his head though, indication that we're dealing pretty good damage. Where does he go now? I think he went to 2, either 2 or 4. Yeah, it went to 2. He's tired. That's good for us. Oh, come on. There's not much charge up to that attack, and it's super close range. So if I'm in the middle of something already, dodging the tail swing is almost impossible. Fade Slash is making moves this fight, though. Just getting out of the way of his moves. He is fast when he's angry. Is he always like that? I don't recall like such a major speed boost with this guy. That's wild. This dude is he's moving real good. Sparing no time at all. Back in Valor, that's big. Looks like he's limping. If I read that right. That's really unfortunate and unlucky timing. At least we're not getting deflected, that's fine. I did read it right, he is limping. I don't know how close he is though, so I'm going to sharpen just to be safe. I don't want to get deflected for the next 10 minutes waiting for him to die. Getting a weapon with better sharpness would definitely make this a lot less painful. I wish we found conchus on this mission. Yin Kakus eat conchus, so I would assume that there are conchus in this map. But I guess not. Maybe they spawn in the lower levels in 9, 10, 11. Ah, there it is. 2 in a row. Oh, 3! 3 tail swings in a row. My man. You couldn't go one whole mission without doing that, I see. Nice one. I parried the first one and he got mad, so he did it 2 more times. Oh man. Okay, please stop. I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm not sure who, but it's gonna be somebody. Get out of the way. There it is. Wish we had found conchus to help get the Sharp Fang without having to go out of our way for it, but we'll be fine. Do we upgrade our weapon or do we just deal with it? I would like to upgrade our weapon. I know I could handle all the monsters in this star with the weapon we have right now, but it's the urgent quest that makes me nervous, because the urgent quest is a mission from the star you're about to be going into. So in order to get the 4-star, the urgent quest will be a 4-star monster, which means if we're struggling this bad on 3-star monsters in terms of sharpness, because we keep getting deflected, we're not doing much damage because the lower sharpness gives you a lower damage multiplier, and we keep having to sharpen every 2 minutes. If we're struggling that bad on these monsters, then fighting the 4-star monster, which probably has a much harder body with more parts on it that'll deflect, as well as more health, so then less damage means it'll take longer. And the damage multiplier is gonna affect that even worse. Like, it's just, it's unideal. If we're already having a problem with our sharpness now, then having to do that urgent quest is gonna be even worse. The sharpness is probably gonna cause a huge problem, especially if the urgent quest is Najarala, which I don't know if it is. It might be. Because if it's Najarala has parts on his body that'll reflect me even if I have green. So with yellow, I'm probably going to be doing like absolutely nothing to him. I think we just have to bite the bullet, sit down, and upgrade this MF. It's not a huge sharpness increase, but it is a sharpness increase, and it's 20 more damage. So we'll have higher sharpness, and we won't have to land as many hits because we're dealing more damage. So this should help, like, I would assume. Or we make the iron katana and see about upgrading that. Which, again, as I keep reiterating, if I were trying to play ideally as I normally would, I would have done this already. I wouldn't have even, like, messed with these other ones here. That sharpness is already better than we had, isn't it? That's literally already better. Yeah, noticeably. We'd be losing 10 damage for a lot more sharpness. We don't have much money, though. Oh. What do we do? 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 Because I don't want to fight those Khonshu's. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's get these Khonshu's out of the way. And let's pray to the Lord that we can get one item off of these Khonshu. One item that's not even a rare item, by the way. I must reiterate. Literally a 1 in 4 chance. And we have 15 opportunities. Statistically, we should be getting like approximately 4 from this each time we do it. And last time we did it, we only got 1, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's a ludicrous statement. But we did get 1 last time. And 1 is all we need this time. So... we should be alright. And, considering how it always is in this game, since we need 1, I'm probably going to get a Sharp Fang from every single one of these 15 Khonshu's. Since if you need more than 1, you won't get any. But if you only need 1, you'll get 1,000. That's how it goes. And with that logic, that means we're guaranteed to get a Sharp Fang. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to get a Sharp Fang the first Khonshu we kill. Watch this. Really hoping the Cephadrome doesn't do what he did last time. He's doing what he did last time. Get away from me, man. Watch this, Sharp Fang. First try. Alright. Ooh, second try, actually. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that, actually. I was close. I was close. Well, I was about correct. I was planning on doing a comedic jump cut, but I guess I'm not gonna have to. Another one right here. Alright, never mind. Thanks, buddy. Alright, yep, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. All that for a Khonshu shell. Another Sharp Fang. Yeah, alright. Alright, and we are back in Burna Village. Just completed the Khonshu quest. For those of you wondering how many Sharp Fangs I got, at the end of it all, I got 4 myself from carving the 15, which is statistically, like I said, how many you would get from this. I got another 3 from the quest rewards, and then 1 from the Palicos. So I got a total of 8 walking out of that. I live my life with 0 surprises. This is exactly what I said would happen, and it unfolded precisely how I said it would. I hate this game. Well, let's put the past behind us. Compared to what we have, that's a pretty decent yellow increase and 20 more damage. And let's equip it. Look at that. Real nice. Our options open up a little bit here as well. As much as I like the green sharpness on that, I don't like the damage, and I don't like the things I need to acquire this. It looks cool though, that's pretty cool. Velociprey weapon. My sharpness goes down and my damage goes down. I don't even know why I'd make that, unless I knew what you could upgrade that to in the future, because it might be something worthwhile. But I don't, so I'm not going to. And then here I need Monster Bone L, which I assume will just come as we progress through the game and we kill a monster that drops Monster Bone L. So, there we go. There's our weapon upgrade. 20 more damage and a little bit more yellow sharpness to last us. I think we're good to go. to just start hammering out some of these missions here and moving on to 4-star. I don't actually know what we have to do in order to progress, and I'm not going to look it up right now. I'm just going to rely on memory and instincts until we get stuck. I'm not going to look up every single time what key missions we have to do and then only do those. We're here to experience the game. If we do missions we're not supposed to, so be it. Alright, first and foremost, let's see. We have 3 options here. Daimyo Hermitar, Nibel Snarf, and Lagombi. Out of the 3 of these, I'd say Lagombi probably frustrates me the least. Daimyo Hermitar, I'm not a big fan of the crab monsters. They're really annoying, and their moveset is, in my opinion, just not good. It fits their aesthetic great, and it's like a great moveset for who they are, but it's not fun to play. Nibel Snarf is kind of lame. He's not very special, he's just kind of weird and lame. And Lagombi doesn't very work well with Longsword unless I really focused on him and learned his moveset. And I just don't want to because I'm not so interested in him. So, we don't have anybody here that I'm terribly excited about fighting. Let's just go for... let's go... I haven't fought Nibel Snarf in a long time. Let's go for Nibel Snarf. Let's go for this guy. Get him out of the way. Then we'll go for Daimyo Hermitar. And then we will do Lagombi. Because out of the 3 of these, Lagombi is probably the one that I don't mind the least, I'd say. Nibel Snarf I don't mind very much as well, but I'm less experienced with him than Lagombi. Are we good to go? Did I get a food boost? I don't remember. Let's make sure. I did not. Let's just go for this one. Alright, we do have quite a bit on the agenda, however, so I don't think we'll be able to do all these keys in one episode. Most likely we'll do 2 of them, and then the next episode, that's when we'll save Lagombi and then the Urgent, assuming that the only 3 keys we have to do are these 3. And also assuming that it is all 3 and not any less than that, and we finish earlier than we expect. I am unsure. Who? Oh yeah, Nibel Snarf. I don't know how. How? How do I forget? I was just talking about him. I'm not. It's not even a joke. I don't even do that as a joke. I do that every single mission. I load into the game, and I start to like mentally prepare myself. And I completely, like, just forget. Wait a minute. Oh, he's smoking this one. Okay, that confused me. I didn't know that. There are a bunch of mounds of sand, which are unique to Nibel Snarf. And I saw those and started wondering if that was an indicator that he was in that zone. But I guess those just spawn all across the map whenever Nibel Snarf is spawned in. I didn't know that. Here's a Nibel Snarf tip for you. When you see those mounds of sand, the one breathing very clearly is the actual Nibel Snarf. Did you just leave? That wasn't very nice. You for real? He's never done that to me before. Wait. What? Okay, man. Alright. Never had that happen to me. What? How have I never had that happen to me? Usually if I hit the mound of sand, it just starts the fight. Like I hit him and he gets mad. I've never had him juke me out and then prank me before. Are you for real? Great start. With me taking the L and then immediately getting deflected. This is gonna be a rough fight. Alright, we're gonna want to focus on his arms because I know those are a pretty decent spot we can target for. Not much we can do with yellow sharpness, obviously. That is that's holding us back pretty greatly. But I think we can still go for his arms pretty safely, as long as we're able to hit them. Which is kind of, in many cases, a little bit of an issue. This might be a more of an annoying fight than I expected. I didn't realize he was going to deflect me so consistently. Alright, that kind of sucks. Yeah, this will be a little bit annoying, just off of the deflect. The fight itself isn't that bad. Oh, man. Even with the increased sharpness, we still drop that fast because we're getting deflected. And as far as my understanding goes, when you get deflected, it hurts your sharpness more than a regular hit would. Oh, that hurts so bad. Let's just push through. Push through this fight. Once we do it, we won't do it again. We will not have this issue in high rank. Once we get into high rank, we'll be far enough in the game that green sharpness just becomes a constant no matter what. And green is kind of like the average. So this whole time, this series so far, we've been playing like below average sharpness. Which you have to. You gotta start somewhere. It's not like we're doing anything wrong. But it just sucks, and that's why. If you fight most monsters at green sharpness, like that's the minimum you would want to be. Any lower than green, and that's when you're trying to sharpen. And this is exactly why. If we had green sharpness, this wouldn't be happening. This would be a perfectly fine problem. Maybe we should just go for the Iron Katana. Because it's possible that there's an upgrade to the Iron Katana we'd have unlocked already that would give us green sharpness. And if so, I'm starting to think that might be a necessity. Wow. This isn't good at all. This is actually a pretty big problem. I thought we could make it by with yellow sharpness through this star, and I'm sure we could, but do we want to at this rate, based on how this fight is going? Wait, is this uvula a specific weak spot? I don't think I ever knew that. It didn't occur to me until just now when I saw that, and I was like, huh, I bet I could hit that and do extra damage. I'll be damned. I never do that. I don't fight Nibelsnarf more than I have to, so I had never, like, figured that out before. You learn something new. We might take a little bit of an intermission after this mission to see about upgrading a weapon to give us green sharpness, even if we're sacrificing damage, because I'm starting to think that's a major priority. Wow, this is hurting way more than I thought. Holy shit, no. This is not good. I'm just gonna keep pushing through. I'm not gonna abandon the quest. We're gonna make this work. We're just poking a steel wall with a plastic fork right now. But we're gonna make it work. After enough time, that plastic fork will erode the steel wall. We're just gonna have to use whetstones to keep replacing that plastic fork whenever it wears out. But that's okay. Erosion will prevail eventually. That sucks. Let's get another fork. Thank you kindly for waiting. I really appreciate that. That's real nice of you. Is there any weak spot on you exteriorly that we can target in order to not keep constantly getting deflected? Parts of his head deflect, most of his body deflects, and those are the most obvious parts of his body that cover up the softer pieces in most cases. So actually hitting him is very hard. I feel like we haven't really done anything. This is definitely going to be the longest mission we've done so far, just off of the idea that we're barely hitting him. We're not doing any damage at all. This isn't a particularly difficult fight, obviously. Otherwise, I'd have lost by now. But it's just our weapon. Yellow sharpness is doing way worse than I expected. I never imagined it would be this bad. I thought we can get by, but I was wrong. We're gonna have to do something about this. And the more I go into this mission, the more I'm like realizing how high of a priority it is. This is really bad. Daimyo Hermitsar has a lot of hard parts of his body as well. He's a crab. He's got a literal shell. Lagombi we could probably make by with yellow sharpness, I'm sure. But if we're going to have to upgrade for Daimyo Hermitsar anyway, I mean, we might as well. Make the Lagombi fight a lot simpler on us as well, with the green sharpness. Less deflex and a higher damage multiplier to make up for any less damage we might sacrifice to get that sharpness. Oh, man. Come on, dude. Staggered him. That's pretty cool. Indication of damage. Double stagger. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I didn't mean to grab this tree. That interrupted my air attack I was planning on doing. That kind of sucks. That's fine. That wasn't going to be big damage anyway. It was just going to be some damage. Hopefully. I'm going to sharpen. Oh, come on, man. Dude, are you for real? Alright, man. Hardly target me at all. And then when I need to sharpen, yep, there it is. There's the heavy strafe attack. Nice. Very, very classic. Classic maneuver. I jumped into that one. That was my bad. That was a deflect. It was an aerial attack, so I didn't get physically deflected, but it was a deflected attack. That sucks. This is a very agonizing fight to go through. Oh, man. This has been a wake-up call, if you could refer to it as such. That is an understatement. I see now the error of my ways. My hubris has gotten to me. And imagine if we hadn't upgraded our weapon. We'd be doing 20 less damage, and we'd be sharpening more often. That would be horrible. No, and he didn't go to the zone. I thought, oh, I don't know. He just dug where he was standing and immediately left, so I had no clue where he went. I just assumed he came back here, because the Cephadrome has taught me that they like to go back and forth from these two zones. But I suppose it's just the Cephadrome past trauma getting to me, because I've been burned once before. And I was right on my second guess. Awesome. Deflect? Yep. Oh, come on, man. I don't remember struggling this bad, which means that last time I did this on like another solo run, I had green sharpness going into this. Otherwise, I would absolutely remember struggling this bad. And if I had green sharpness going into this, that means it's physically accessible in a way that I would know about and reach. So I think if we go for the Iron Katana like I know we should have from the very beginning, we'll be alright. Like, all things considered, I think that's a fair line of reasoning to follow. the hell happened to you? I interrupted your attack and you started crying about it? Thanks for hitting me out of it, but you hit me so late that it didn't save me any time, so actually I'm not thanking you at all. I missed. Don't worry, it wasn't going to hit anyway, it was just going to get deflected. Like this, never mind. That one did. And that one. Where are you going? Right underneath me, yep, awesome. I didn't think you would do it so fast. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, this hurts. This hurts bad. At least we're doing 20 more damage like that. That helps. I just don't feel the help yet. I really don't feel it at all. Please, like... Please start limping at some point. I want this to be over. Get away from me, crab. Are you for real? No way. This sucks. What am I doing? Is it gonna take like 30 minutes? This is our first fight with him though, which means I'm gonna be leaving in like the whole thing in order to properly document the progress we're making. I'm not gonna cut it out because this is our first time fighting him. So you're you're just gonna have to sit here. Is that orange sharpness? Wait, when did I drop the orange sharpness? Did that just happen, or did that happen a while ago? I wasn't paying attention at all. It all feels the same. Man, this is bad. This yellow sharp, like imagine if we hadn't upgraded our weapon. Like if we had pushed through 3-star with yellow sharpness like I thought we could. Like I was talking about Najarala earlier having hard parts of his body that made me want to upgrade my weapon. Imagine if we had done that with yellow sharpness, now that I'm seeing Nibel Snarf. Because I know Najarala is harder than Nibel Snarf in terms of like literal hardness. He's got parts of his body that'll deflect even with green. We wouldn't have been able to damage him at all. Like literally just none. Every part of his body would have just deflected me and screwed me over. I tried to parry that. Missed time though. I don't fight Nibel Snarf, so I'm not at all used to his moveset. That's why I haven't parried a single thing the whole time. I tried to parry that. I don't know why I tried, because I don't have enough spirit to pull it off. So even if I had timed that correctly, it wouldn't have worked. I just got desperate for damage. Because after I realized I hadn't parried anything, I thought to myself, huh, you know, if I parry, maybe I'll do actual damage. So I got desperate for it and went for an impossible parry. I just want to do damage, man. I want this Nibel Snarf to die. We will never have this problem in high rank and higher. Once we're in high rank, like, we'll go into high rank already with a green sharpness weapon, and by the time we're out of it, we'll have higher than that, probably. Yellow sharpness curse that we're dealing with right now. We won't have to deal with that for very much longer. Once we get into green, we're staying in green for the rest of the run. Trust me on that. This is a uniquely early low rank problem. Oh man. He's limping. Oh dude. I'm starting to get a little bit used to where his spots are at, so I'm landing a little more hits consistently. Still, usually I would like to target his head. That's where I usually aim my focus at. Which is why, if you see the fight, that's what I started doing at the very beginning, because that's what I'm used to. I didn't realize that yellow sharpness was so useless on this guy. That came as a complete shock to me. I thought we'd be able to fit in one more mission in this this episode, but we're already pushing 50 minutes. I know I'm going to cut out some of it for the conchus, but I don't want this to be an hour-long episode, and it will be if we fit in another thing here. So, we will not be doing that. We'll leave it at Nibel Snarf, and we'll save Lagombi and Demir Hermitar for the next episode. I don't know why I did that. I unsheathed because I was planning something, and then I changed my mind. And then I forgot what I was doing, and now I'm actually going to do it. That hurts. That hurts so bad. Why do you... That happens so much in this series. When the moment they get knocked down and I am able to, like, do free damage, as soon as that happens, immediately, weapon sharpness decreased and I can't do anything. That happens so much in this series. So fucking much. It's wild. And the fact that it happened on this fight in particular, it hurts especially bad. I hate that a lot. Come on, man. Please just die, bro. I know you're weak. Alright. I got out of the way just in case. Alright. Deflecting got me fucked on that one. You got me fucked up for real. I appreciate you just sitting there waiting, though, while I, like, do something about this. I don't even remember what I was going to say a second ago before he interrupted me. I think I was going to comment something on the idea that we now know that even when he's tired, he can use the sand breath beam. A lot of monsters have like special abilities they can do, but when they get tired, they lose the ability to do them. And I was wondering if the sand beam was one of that, but it wasn't. So now we know. I got out of the way just in case, and I'm glad I did because it still functions like that. So when we inevitably fight Nibel Snarf again, in high rank and maybe G rank, or the other way around, we'll go in there knowing that, so that we don't get punished thinking that he's fine. That's the goal for this series. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with this series. I'm trying to pay attention to monsters that I usually don't pay attention to, fight them maybe a little bit more often than I usually would, to try and learn some new things that I didn't know beforehand. Get better at fighting the lower ranking monsters that I usually don't spend much time with. That's the goal for everything I do in this series. You will notice, the further we go into the game, hopefully the better I perform. Just because those higher tier monsters, a lot more complex, a lot more flashy attacks, I spend a lot more time fighting those guys, which then means I know their movesets a lot better, and I can parry them a lot better. And that's the whole point of my weapon. If I can parry, I can deal damage. Without parrying, my damage output drops a lot. So, in the later game, you should notice that my performance will just keep rising the further into the game we go. So then when we're fighting early monsters like this, my performance is pretty damn low. And that's the point of the series. I want to make sure I'm paying attention to these kinds of low-ranking monsters, learning new things about them, paying attention to their movesets. I want to try and balance my skill level out. I don't want to be crazy good against a few guys and then bad against a few others. I want to be at least good against a few and then crazy good at a few others. And so far, I think we're doing a not too bad of a job. I parried Tetsukabra more often than I thought I would. Maybe I know him better than I expected myself to. I'm unsure. But we didn't do too bad against him, I thought. I fought him pretty well, parried a lot of his stuff. and figured out on the spot some of the timing for some of his attacks that I didn't know beforehand, and was able to start parrying them right, which is exactly my goal for the series, so that's nice. Unfortunately, this Nibel Snarf run is clouded by the fact I can't really fight him, so I'm not really gleaming much new information from him, besides the fact that he can still use his Sand Beam even when he's tired, so we shouldn't assume that it's safe. Please don't tell me you're leaving immediately. Please tell me you're just linking it in the middle of the map. I might just capture this dude. Alright, no, he was leaving. No way. No fucking way. Go fuck yourself. Dude leaves his nest, forces me to run across the whole map. I hit him 2 times, instantaneously. He just runs away again. Is he here or is he in his nest now? He's in his nest again. Fuck you. Yep, there he is. What the fuck? I hate monsters that do that. Cephadrome did that twice, and now this dude's done it once. If he wakes up and insta-leaves, I'm about to abandon the quest, even though we're this close to finishing. I cannot stand that. That's so frustrating. Just drop dead, big guy. You've tried too hard for too long. Your time is up. And there he goes. Oh, that was painful. That was a 24-minute mission, and it should have been like 10. Wow, that wasn't good. That was bad, actually. Like, that was really bad. Wow. That went way worse than I hoped. Way worse than I expected. Way worse than I wanted. But we did it. We did it. Nibel Snarf is dead, out of the way. When we fight him again in the later ranks, because I'm pretty sure there will be another key for him in the later ranks, at least one. Hopefully, you guys will actually be able to see what his fight is really like, instead of me just getting hard deflected the entire fight. Before we fight anybody else that's new anyway, we need to upgrade a weapon and get at least a little bit of green sharpness. I don't care how much. I don't care if we drop in damage, because I can make up for that with skill. I can make up for a lack of damage with skill. What I can't make up for is lack of sharpness. That I cannot do anything about. So I'm fine with losing damage. Even if we go down by 10 anyway, that's still 10 more than we had with the other weapon that we've been using. That was fine up till now. So either way, it's fine. I'm fine with losing it. We need green sharpness. This is absolutely unplayable. Iron Katana. I'm equipping it immediately. Gonna sort. Right there. Look at that. A little bit more yellow sharpness, which is alright. And a slight amount of green. All we need is an ice crystal, and I know where to get that. I know exactly where to get that. But this mission is, or not this mission, this episode has gone on for way too long. So we will tackle that in the next episode. This, hopefully, all we gotta do. Do we have a thing for it? No. We don't have a harvest tour? Well, that sucks. We don't have a harvest tour for this area, which means we're gonna have to do this in another mission. Alright, well, how about this? Next episode, we're gonna go to the Arctic Ridge to fight Lagombi. We'll get this Lagombi fight out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't suck as bad as the Nibel Snarf did. I'm assuming it won't, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Because in the Arctic Ridge, that's where we're able to get ice crystals, which then means we can upgrade our weapon and we can get green sharpness. So then, we'll fight Lagombi, get the Lagombi out of the way, get green sharpness, Maybe even upgrade our weapon again if we can, but I doubt we could. I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll fight Daimyo Harmatar. It isn't much green sharpness, but it's better than nothing, which is what we're rocking right now. So, anyway, that's what we'll do next episode. Pretty good set of goals. With luck, we'll get both Daimyo Hermitar and Lagombi out of the way next episode, which might be all of the keys we have to do before we move on. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.